Welcome back, everyone. So this is my new build, kind of a mid spot decision, kind of to make this. But anyway, this is essentially the Edward Kenway build. I quite literally, so I was working on my alien build that is still coming. I was going to release that during the Aliens Beyond, but then again, I've got sidetracked with other things. But yes, anyway. Pretty much how I thought of this one was I was literally looking through my games and I did see Black Flag, and then I got thinking, I was like, alright, well, we've got black power pistols, but then I thought, well, we don't really have an assassin's outfit. But then I was going through stuff and I did find this outfit. It has kind of the right colors. It has the blue, the red, and the brown sort of things. I couldn't find the right colored hood, but that's that. Also, if you don't know who Edward Kenway is, he's the dude out of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Phenomenal game. Go play it. It is old, but as some would say, probably the best Assassin's Creed they ever made. I so hope there's going to be a remake of that. But yes, then also I've been kind of deciding with these of which way to try and lean into this build. Do I want to try and lean into melee? Do I want to try and lean into range sort of thing? And again, with nearly all these role-playing build, combat build sort of things I do, again, they're never meta builds. They're, again, fun. Also, before I forget about it, I do also have a poll thing up at the moment on my channel. Of essentially what people want to see in this, if I should be doing essentially with or without legionaries. This is without legionaries. As I have said before, I don't really want to be using legionaries unless people want to see that, just for that fact of I want these builds to be as is non-meta builds. None of these fancy raid builds you have to grind for 50 hours a day to try and get a hold of stuff type of things. You know, those type of builds, I'm not doing those type of builds. It's, yeah, clean, simple, fun type of builds. At least I try to make them. But yes, anyway, got distracted. But yes, anyway, yes, with this, yes, there's this every Kenway build. Again, filler build, kind of spare at the moment. Anyway, also, I kind of, where is my, let's take my hat off thing in a minute. There we go. I couldn't resist doing it. I had to get the hair. That's kind of the best I could do, I will say, as well. Until Bethesda adds a thing where in the custom worlds we can switch in between being a ghoul and not a ghoul. All my characters are essentially going to be ghouls, because I do have another character, but that is so not ready to do anything like this. It does not have any of the far from the stuff. That was like an old character. It's only like level 100 and something. So yeah, it is definitely... I just don't have the plans for stuff with it, so that's kind of is the problem with that one. Anyway, let's well, I mean, while I'm in for that, for what we've got here. Also, I forgot to I've never actually written stuff down. I've kind of got a similar path with how I do these builds. I need to actually write down my steps, how I want to actually show these. I probably should be doing weapons, armor, perks, stuff like that. But anyway, yes. Anyway, yes, with the armor. The Hunter's Handbook, I think that's how you'd actually kind of say that. You can find this outfit over at Highway Town. I can't remember what her name is, but she's the one with the one arm. I'll show that at the end, where to get that. Although, actually, yeah, I'll probably show that at the end. And then as is for hats, or try and go for any of these hoods. You could also go for some of these, depending on what you want sort of thing. That one also isn't bad, but see, it kind of looks weird on the neck there. That one works a lot better for that reason, for the assassin type of outfit, for that sort of thing. The hood's kind of more like a whitish color, but again, that's best you're going to get for the wasteland type of thing. Again, I will actually have a picture up probably at some point of time. Actually, might have put it in right now as I'm talking about it. Of as is for that reason. Obviously, it's not the identical outfit, but as is, it's literally the best I could find, sort of thing. Freddy Krueger is another build I'm thinking of as well. I thought of that, I will admit, very quickly. Again, getting sidetracked, but I did think of Freddy Krueger the other day for that reason. Being a ghoul, same type of face. Yeah, that's coming out sooner or later. Hopefully soon. But yes, as is with this, that's literally just the outfit. Not too complicated. For armor, so where do I want to go? So for the chest piece, I went with the chameleon for the chest piece. Strength, safe cracking. I didn't really know what to put for legendaries. I was going to put assassins, but then it kind of, I don't know, that kind of brings it, although I suppose I could have. Let me know in the comment section, should I have made this all the armor assassin stuff? Let me know. But then, yes, it would have made it literally that you're fighting human enemies, and I don't know how often people fights human enemies. I would probably say take, I don't know. I think suit mutants are what people mostly fight. But yes, anyway, so yes, chameleon for that. So for the leggings, we've got, as is still the shadow and deep pocketed. That's literally going to be the same mod for all of it. The adrenal for the extra damage resist, or damage and energy resist. Again, I couldn't really find one. I swear there was a mod that did, you did more damage, or no, yeah, more damage the more kills you had. I just couldn't find that. That might have been on the melee weapons, I don't know. But yes, anyway. Agility for the legs and the secret agents. So one for that reason, sort of stealth. Again, I thought it makes sense for the leg to have agility and sort of the sort of stealthy sort of thing. That's kind of my thought on that one. And then for the arms, we've got safe crackers, the strength, and again the adrenal. Did it have safe crackers on the chest? Yeah, it did. So yes, literally that, it makes so you don't have to have any safe crackers on, and again, assassins, but again, Edward Kenway is kind of a pirate, so he's sort of stealing stuff. I was going to add some explosive stuff into this, but then you don't really have that. We have smoke bombs in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but we also had blow darts, but then, again, we didn't really have it. I don't think there's a blow dart in 76 to do the enrage enemies. I think that might have been a Fallout 4 thing, possibly. But then also we don't have sleeping darts, so I thought I'm not going to worry about putting that in for that reason. You still could if you want to add that sort of flavour of role-playing into the build. But as is, I didn't worry about that. But as is, yes, weapon, or the arms and legs and that, they're all the same there. For the knife, I did go with the cryptid jawbone. You could change out its appearance. But I do like this just for that reason of, again, the sort of... I mean, again, you kind of can change these, but this sort of does the most damage I can find for the knives. Now, though, again, in a Black Flag, you kind of dual-wield a sword and a short... It's either a short sword or a dagger. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But yeah, as is, essentially, it's sort of thing like that. Again, you can swap and choose. But when you're doing stealth, you use that. If you're doing melee, when you're not in stealth, you can either use the Straight-Edge Chinese Officer Sword or the Revolutionary Sword. I do believe there is one of those swords in Black Flag. I can't remember what the best sword in the game is. Again, so I hope Black Flag gets a remake. And then, yes, weapon. This is the only reason kind of I decided to make this build, is the black powered pistol. So yes, we've got quad for the first mod, explosive for the second, and then durability. Now the third one you don't actually need, for the reason of, so as is reload speed and melee attack speed increased based on kill count. But, where is it? No, there we go. So even without that sort of thing, the reload speed is pretty quick, as we can still see here. So that's literally boom, and then boom, you got all that back. So in all honesty, it's probably you don't really need the third star. Actually, I'll just have a quick look at that. I suppose there are actually other ones we could put on the 4th star. Again, I don't really like coming. Actually, yes, that's another one you could use, but that has better bleed. But then, yeah, so you can't actually do legendaries for that one. And then again, you could do that, but then you lose your stealth sort of thing. So what would be the other one you could do? Conductors would be a no-go. You could technically do electricity, but I don't really see the use in that. I've only just thought of, I've literally just thought that with that one, because electricity one, meaning a shock around you. I should have had cloaking on the armor, because that's when you get hit, you've got a chance to get turned invisible. That would have worked better for the, like a smoke bomb effect. I've only just thought of that. I come up with the best ideas at the worst times. Again, polished you could do. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, you don't really need a 4-star in all reality. I'd only say go the first 3 stars, not a 4th star. So for perks. So again, we've got 14 in strength, 5 in perception, 8 in endurance, 6 in charisma, 6 in intelligence, 9 in agility, and 8 in luck. Again, if enough people vote for me to be doing the 2 sort of builds, I'll be having essentially the no legendary perk card ones and then ones with them. Obviously, with the perk cards, they'll be more surrounded with kind of endgame build stuff. Again, as I will say, and I do say quite often, it's the problem with builds nowadays is, like, I can't even find a half-decent build online, admittedly. Well, I mean, there actually are some good ones, but it's so hard to find a normal build, so to speak, where it's just literally hop on the game and, oh, you just grab a crossbow or something and boom, there's your build. It's always these raid builds, how to kill the snake in 10 seconds or less type of things. That's where the 76 has gone, unfortunately. We need to go back to our basics of normal builds, kind of. That's, again, what this is for. Anyway, getting distracted. So yes, Bloodlust. Again, that's kind of for the knife for that reason. If you do, I was actually thinking of doing like a melee, a gun build, and then a melee and gun build. That would have been kind of with the legendary perks. But again, this is what we've got for this one. I might remake some of these in the future. I don't know. But yes, I am probably still thinking as is. Well, to some degree, yes. Hopefully, I get enough votes for doing the 2 for that reason. I'm not going to do it if it's if it's not what people want to actually see. Anyway, so yeah, scatter shot. I usually have that on nearly all builds. That and number cruncher. Wound salter. I was going to say salt the wounds then. Same sort of thing. That is because of the knife. Bandolier. I can't remember how to pronounce that. But yes, anyway, that is literally just for your black powdered ball things. I don't know, what were they actually called? I don't think they're called black powdered balls. I need to look at this now. There we go. 50 caliber balls. That's what they are. As is Incisor for your melee and then martial artists. Honestly, since they changed a lot of these things down here, a lot of these perks, like, they're not as worth it. I was going to chuck on kneecap it, then I thought, nah, no, not really. Again, number cruncher, good thing for that, as is for your pistol. Grenadier for that sort of thing. With the pistol, I mean explosive stuff. Life giver, again, if you have to get in actual combat. Ironclad, as is naturally for defense. Apple Knight. This one comes into the sort of role-playing things. Again, pirates, that'd always be sort of drinking, sort of thing like that. So that, again, is why I always like to try and get perks first that work with the build for that reason. If I'm doing a pirate build, it would make no sense to not have sort of alcohol in it, because pirates kind of known for drinking rum all the time. So it's like, you know, it kind of makes sense. It's, yeah, I don't know. To me, it just literally makes sense for that reason. And again, that's usually what all these builds are around. It's some type of thing. It's like Freddy Krueger build, as I still said. That will have something to do with nighttime stuff. Because again, Freddy Krueger, nightmares, stuff like that. Anyway, Stark's Jeans. If you aren't a ghoul, you don't need this. But Stay away from decontamination showers. I lost all my mutations the other week because of that. It was during, I don't think it's Radiation Rumble. It's one of those. It's one where you have to defend all the miners from stuff coming through all the corridors. I ran through a decontamination shower and lost all of my mutations. So pissed about that I was. Anyway, happy-go-lucky, same sort of thing for the alcohol, strength in numbers, travel agent, and then tenderizer. Now, as well, if you are going to go by yourself, you could chuck out that for Lone Wanderer, technically, although, like, when you need to, you could swap out that one and travel agent for the Lone Wanderer. It really all depends. Although, again, you could also swap out one in intelligence, because you don't obviously need chems sort of thing. But anyway, yes. So Demolition Expert, again, for the pistol. Chemist, again. The chems are kind of a yay-nah thing, because there is a mission in Black Flag where you have to get medical supplies. So that's, again, my kind of idea there was essentially they would have had chems of some sort. Good with salt, same sort of thing. Pirates that have to have preserved their food for long ship trips, so there's the idea there. Agility, ninja for the stealth, all these elixir of stealth, that's for more damage. Goat legs for the reason of pirates, and again, the assassin aspects of, to me it makes sense. Well, since we can't climb walls, I thought, why not chuck that in? You could also put on, where was it? Dead Man Sprinting is kind of an option. Something like Dodgy would not be a bad option either. Evasive as well. So there's a few options like that if you want to do sort of more sort of things like that. You could also do Light-footed, I suppose, actually, come to think of it. Because again, assassins sort of thing. Anyway, and then again for luck, Scrounger for that reason. Finding more staff, Ricochet for survivability. Cap Collector, again, pirate type of theme. Full Leaf Clover, that's just chucked in there kind of as a filler, but I don't know. You probably shouldn't really be missing with your black powdered rifle, pistol sort of thing. Same thing with that is literally in there for the pistol, and then Junk Shield, same sort of thing for a bit of survivability. Now, I will just say before we go and fight is, if you do have this Phoropter, whatever pronunciation of it is, to grab that. Also for your backpack, if you do have that barrel sort of thing, I kind of thought that makes sense. Again, pirates. This shouldn't take a moment to do. I think. There we go. Just for a bit of extra VAT accuracy, and I'm also probably going to be wanting to grab some of this. By the way, easiest way to, if you are a ghoul, is to chuck on... Where are they? It'd be healing? There we go. Diluted Radex. The ultimately best way of doing it, you actually get like 8, I think it is, if you have the thing on to give you more stuff as you go. I can't remember what it's called. Plus with Diluted, you don't actually lose your mutation ability sort of thing. So actually, as well, I will actually explain with combat... Oh, that's right, that would have been from crafting? Oh, no. So, super units don't really work with the stealth, I've noticed. When you kill one, they seem to always find you. But then as well, like, because you can't really one-shot them up nose with knives nowadays. I don't know, I don't think... Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but I kind of feel like melee stealth combat hasn't been given the love of late. I kind of feel like it's been... what's that meme with the parent holding the kid above water, one half drowning and one's already drowned type of meme? And that's kind of the way that I kind of feel like it's kind of gone with stealth in one way. Is melee combat or melee stealth is on the bottom of the pool drowned, and yeah, I don't know. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I mean, I don't really do stealth melee no more, but yeah, I swear it took a hit a while ago. But yes, anyway, I will show you here with the ghouls. Again, you're probably going to be running around with a pistol more. And again, you got 4 shots. Reload's pretty fast. And I kind of think it does almost run one-shot most super mutants. Plus, again, super mutants are probably going to be the one thing most people fight. So, I don't know. So, it's like with this, it's just... So, like with that, you got very quick attack speed as well, this which I do like. Just stealthing around and boom. But it's like with that. Surely enough, they would not have heard that. Surely enough. But I don't know. Again, I personally feel like it's yeah, really taking a dip in the melee sort of stealthing, because that's kind of why I wasn't gonna do a stealth sort of thing. There we go. That's again, the stealth's kind of gone a bit wonky. Again, I feel like. But yes, again, definitely. Let me know in the comment section how everyone feels. Actually, I haven't even tested this out on the Supermint Behemoth. That's right, I've sort of stuff around me. But yeah, again, I remember, early days, 76, you could walk around and stealth attack most things with knives and stuff. You're all good. Nowadays, yeah, it's a lot harder. And we don't really have... 76 isn't really a game. Fallout really isn't a game where you can have something like Far Cry type stuff, where you can make a sound and lure over an enemy and then take them out. You know, we don't have rocks to throw type thing to lure a single enemy. That would be cool. But yes, unfortunately enough, in games like this, if you can't... well, that's a pretty high level. If you can't pretty much get something to lure one enemy over a time, then you're kind of going to make it that you're invisible completely. There we go. See, again, that's almost two-shotting. Two-shot effect then. Bit of time for the reload. That's actually really draining my AP. What, AP 28? Yeah, I don't know. It feels like the AP's really bad on this, and also my my attacks are not great. I will admit that. Might have to just yeah, not the greatest against Supermint Behemoth, but it is working. As we can still see here, it almost works. I just gotta oh my god, how that went straight past me? How did it still hit me? I will admit, I'm kind of surprised with the accuracy on this. Because, accuracy's... Who's that accuracy? Oh, okay, yeah, that accuracy, 51. Okay, that'd be why. I honestly did not realize that, although I was kind of face-to-face the Super Mutants doing this. There we go. So we get about 3,000 odd damage when we're really close. But again, Black Flag. Usually when you're using pistols, you're you fire off 4 shots at once, kind of one after another, and usually during melee combat. So yes. But anyway, let's try it against these. Oh, actually, if we... There we go. Now can I reload it? I don't know. It wasn't letting me reload it then when I only had the one. But yes, if I only have the knife... Oh, sorry, I haven't shown my mutations. But it's like that. They find me and then they unfind me. It's weird. I don't understand it. It's like that again. If I do a... like this and then... somehow then they don't see me. So, yeah, I don't know. Stealth kind of seems to be very weird. I'm honestly thinking I might actually end up staying far away from stealth builds in the future. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and read up and see if stealth was actually nerfed. Again, gun stealth still pretty good. But honestly, I just pain train my way through everything in my day-to-day life in 76. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, so for mutations, actually, that's probably why some of my things ain't good. So again, Drenal, Carnivore, Marsupial, Speed Demon, talons and twisted muscles. That's probably why my accuracy is so bad for his twisted muscles. So yeah, not the great one for that. Not a smart idea, actually, thinking about that. Although, if... Actually, I don't even have mutation. Anyway, I was going to show us... what's her name? What's the interesting? Yeah, I think it was there. As well, like I said at the start of... I don't have my order written down of it. I need to start doing that. I need to work out my order. It's usually around the same sort of thing. But, yeah, so this just makes it when I put in for the stuff... where was that heading? Yes, it just makes it so when I do add my little list in the description of where to go for stuff, that it just makes that stuff easier. So this is the woman you have to go to. That's the outfit. There are a few things there. So yeah, it's not too expensive in all reality. 500. What is it, like a max a day? I think it's like 400 gold bullion. Yeah, 400 gold bullion a day. So within a couple of days, you could easily make this sort of build up. Again, I get more of those money things per day than I can spend, and I don't spend a lot of time on 76 a day. I spend like maybe a couple hours sometimes. So yeah. As well, like I was just saying about with the stuff, putting in the number things. I will say always problem, and I will always do it, is I do get sidetracked. I talk about one thing and I start talking about something else, and then 5 seconds later I've just talked about 20 different things. But yes, that'll always be a thing. But anyway, I hope everyone has enjoyed, and I shall see everybody next time.